Hello, everyone. So I watched a video by the Inspector General of Police where he was talking about, protests, that there are some people, self-appointed influencers and all of that, that they are calling for protests. Yeah, he did acknowledge that, protest is constitutional and all of that. But, to go on to say that, oh, it's going to turn into violence. And for me, the way the people in government and people in this illegitimate government and those ones who are supporters of the illegitimate government, the way they are so sure that there's going to be violence tells you one thing, that they, of course, as usual, are going to do what they know how to do best, which is to perpetrate violence. How they are talking about protest, and all of a sudden, instead of they are not even talking about the fact that, oh, let's meet the protesters. Oh, we're coming to come and meet you. What is it that you what are your grievances? We're coming to listen to your grievances. There's nothing like that. There is no, that conversation is not even on the table. What is on the table is that they are the ones who are telling you that it's going to be violent. So meaning they've already planned the violence and all of that nonsense that they usually will do. Because I don't see how you're constantly telling people that they're the ones, oh, it's going to be violent, properties are going to be destroyed. No, it's not. Protesters in Nigeria are not the ones who cause the violence. The police is usually another security agencies, and the government, they're the ones who cause the violence. But first of all, I will allow you to listen to, the IG of police for you to actually see the video that I watched, and we take it on from there.
It is important I address an issue of urgent national importance, which appears to have gained some momentum, particularly on the social media in the past few weeks. Some groups of people, self-appointed crusaders and influencers, have been strategizing and mobilizing potential protesters to unleash terror in the land under the guise of replicating the recent Kenya protest, the Beko. While the force acknowledges the right to peaceful protest as enshrined in our constitution, we must ensure that these protests do not snowball into violence or disorder. As a nation, we have had more than our fair share of violent protests, which with rather dastardly consequences. The last NSAS protest led to wanton destruction of public assets, including police stations, courts, transport infrastructure, and loss of several lives. Tales of sorrow, tears, and blood followed what was supposedly intended to be a well-intentioned exercise. Rather than to lead to any positive outcome, NSAS merely aggravated crime rates and insecurity in several parts of the country. Indeed, we are yet to fully recover from the huge economic losses and deep-seated psychological and emotional trauma inflicted upon our people by this protest.
Yes, indeed, you heard him. You heard the way that he spoke. And I think one of the things that the IG of police does not understand is that his allegiance is actually to the people and the constitution of Nigeria. It's not to the president and the ruling party, or the people who are in government. It's actually to the people. And the police are supposed to protect citizens, and that's why there is a notification that needs to be done to the police when people are going on protest. They need to notify the police so that the police will come out and protect them from any, whether whatever it is that they say, talks, or whatever it is that they say, they are supposed to protect us. So that's what their duty is supposed to be all about. But having said that, is for me to say that with evidence and categorically and without putting water in my mouth, I have said it before and I will say it, and by the grace of God, I will say it again tomorrow. The Nigerian government is the one that perpetuates violence. The Nigerian government is the one that brings in violence. They bring in talk to attack people and end up also destroying properties. We have seen situations whereby the Nigerian police have been found You understand? Ferrying thugs, using their vehicles to carry thugs to go and attack protesters. During the NSAS protest 2020, we saw it. During the NSAS protest, the government, Lagos State government, brought in bus full of, thugs that attack protesters. Both even in Abuja, the same thing were done. Thugs were brought in, police, were watched while these thugs were attacking people. The same thing in Lagos. In 2014, while we were protesting the Bring Back Our Girls movement, the same thing, government brought in thugs in government vehicles to come in and attack us at the Unity Fountain. While they were doing that, the police supervised them over that. They told them what to do. They told them to take away our cameras. They told them to take away our phones, take away the cameras of journalists and all of that, so that there will not be evidence. But still, there were still pictures that still came out of that particular attack. And the police stood and watched while we were being attacked by these thugs that had been brought in government vehicles. So when the IG of police is sitting down there and saying that, oh, there's going to be violence, they are the ones who usually cause the violence. And so they should be the ones that should talk to themselves and not bring in violence. He talked about NSAS protests, where he was talking about the fact that, oh, there was so much violence. No, it was the thugs that were brought in by government, and the police supervised them attacking protesters, that they had a fallout and they went on rampage. It started, first of all, with the fight between them, and that whole thing degenerated. But before I go on and on and on and on, I think the next thing that I will allow you to watch is to actually see where the security agents carry these talks.
Police motor. They can police motor. This country don't cast. This country don't cast. Police they follow Asa talk. Enter police motor. They can police motor. This country don't cast. This country don't cast. Police they follow Asa talk. That is a army vehicle.
So the IG of police should go and have a meeting with himself and his men and tell them that they should not be unfortunate. They should not allow themselves to be used to go after protesters. Whoever it is that wants to protest, they have a right to protest, and it is constitutionally guaranteed. So let them do what the Constitution asks them to do, which is to protect citizens and not to go on and attack them, and not to go on and use their vehicles to carry thugs that will go and attack them, and not to go on and supervise thugs that are going to attack them. For every protest that we've had that has either turned violent or anything, it's the government using the security agencies that have always unleashed that violence on people and also on properties around. It is not citizens. Citizens have a right to protest. They have a right to come out, and it's not for you or anyone to tell them how to protest, what to protest on, or whether they have a right, whether it's justified, it's not justified. If the protest is not justified for you, don't join them. For they that feel they have a reason to protest, let them protest their protest. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.